Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, December 17th, 2017, and this is your fun fact of the day. Elijah was the major prophet of Israel for quite some time, and his successor, Elisha, that's E-L-I-S-H-A, understudied him for quite some time as well. And near the end of his basically farewell tour, Elijah was traveling around from town to town, and he told Elisha not to follow him. Basically, every time he left a town, he's like, okay, I'm going over there, don't follow me. And Elisha says, I will not stop following you. To his credit, Elisha never actually did stop following him. Now, when Elijah actually knew his time was coming up to pass on, he asked Elijah what his one request might be from him and God. Elisha asks simply for a double portion of Elijah's spirit. I don't think he actually meant his physical person spirit, his spirit that God had laid on him to serve Israel with. Twice as much as Elijah had. Now, when Elijah was being taken up, Elisha saw that he was being taken up on chariots of fire with horses of fire. And that was what Elijah instructed him to do, was to watch as he was taken up. Because if Elisha missed him, not dying, but being taken to heaven, then he wouldn't get his request. But Elisha saw it, so he was granted his request. Elisha was chosen to succeed Elijah as the main prophet of Israel. Now, some people who had followed them both around saw that it was just Elisha now, and Elijah was just gone. They're like, where'd he go? Let's go look for him. Elisha, send us out that we can look for Elijah. Elisha, knowing that Elijah was nowhere to be found, tells them no repeatedly, but they keep asking. We need to know where Elijah went. So finally Elisha relents and says, go, fine, go look wherever you want, and come back and tell me what you find. They come back and they're like, oh, we couldn't find him. We don't know where Elisha is. And Elisha basically says, I told you so. He knew. I don't know why he couldn't really tell them, or he didn't tell them, or they just didn't understand. It was pretty moot on that point in the scripture. Now Elisha comes to a town, and as his first public act of profiting for Israel, or profiting for God in Israel, he comes to the town, heals its water, and declares that the land will be good, they'll have good crops, and there will be no more miscarriages in this town. It's a pretty big promise, which, by the power of God, obviously will be kept. Now, as Elisha is leaving this town, some boys come out and mock him. They mock the prophet Israel because he was bald. They actually shout, go up, Baldy! Go on, you bald head, get out of here! Elisha, not taking too kindly to this, turns and points to the woods and calls 2 female bears out of this woods that kill 42 of those boys. Don't knock the prophets of God. I'm really not sure what other lesson to glean out of that is if there is a prophet of Israel, don't mock them. Or be watching out for she-bears, mauled by bears. Elisha's final days and Elisha's first public acts comes to us out of 2 Kings chapter 2. In other news, today is National Maple Syrup Day and National Wright Brothers Day. Cool. Hope you've enjoyed this fun fact of the day. See you tomorrow.